In the annals of history, few names resonate with the same level of intrigue, controversy, and sheer dominance as Julius Caesar. A military genius, a shrewd politician, a ruthless conqueror, and ultimately a tragic victim of his own ambition. Caesar's life and death left an indelible mark on ancient Rome and the course of Western civilization. This is the story of Gaius Julius Caesar, the man who conquered Gaul, crossed the Rubicon, and became a legend. Caesar was born in 100 BCE into the patrician gens Julia family. By the time of his birth, the Roman Republic had evolved into a complex society grappling with issues of expansion, corruption, and political instability. His father, Gaius Julius Caesar, was a member of the lower patrician class and had ambitions to climb the social ladder through his children's marriages. Caesar's mother, Aurelia Cotta, was from an old and respected family. She was a strong influence on her son, instilling in him a love of Roman tradition and values. Caesar received a classical Roman education, mastering the arts of rhetoric, literature, and philosophy. But it was in the realm of public service that he truly excelled. As a young man, Caesar embarked on a series of legal and political careers that were typical for aspiring Romans of his status. He served as a military tribune, a magistrate, and eventually as a praetor, each position preparing him for the ultimate goal of the consulship, the highest office in the Roman Republic. Through strategic alliances and careful maneuvering, Caesar secured the consulship for 59 BCE, sharing the position with two other prominent politicians, Pompey and Crassus. This unlikely trio formed what would become known as the First Triumvirate, a political alliance that dominated Roman politics for several years. The First Triumvirate, though, was more a product of convenience than true friendship. It was a marriage of necessity between three men who recognized the benefits of a united front. In the turbulent world of Roman politics, despite their differences, the triumvirate proved remarkably effective. Each member brought unique strengths to the table. Caesar was ambitious and popular with the masses. Pompey was a celebrated general, and Crassus was wealthy and connected. Together, they formed a formidable team capable of controlling the political agenda and securing favorable outcomes for themselves. Their alliance allowed Caesar to secure the governorship of the critical province of Gaul, which encompassed parts of modern-day France, Belgium, and Switzerland. It was here that Caesar's true talents as a military commander and administrator would be put to the test. Caesar's tenure in Gaul lasted nearly 8 years, from 58 to 50 BCE. During this time, he not only successfully defended the province's borders, but also expanded Roman territory significantly. The Gallic Wars were a testament to Caesar's military prowess and his ability to connect with diverse populations. He was a master of logistics, strategy, and tactics, and his campaigns were marked by innovative approaches and audacious maneuvers. Perhaps even more importantly, Caesar understood the value of winning hearts and minds as well as battles. He developed a reputation as a fair and just ruler, earning the respect and loyalty of many of the people he conquered. But as Caesar's star rose in Gaul, tensions within the triumvirate were growing. Crassus died in battle against the Parthians in 53 BCE, leaving Caesar and Pompey as the sole remaining members of the alliance. Their partnership, however, had become increasingly strained, and the underlying rivalry was impossible to ignore. By 59 BCE, when Caesar assumed the governorship of Gaul, a power struggle between him and Pompey was already underway. Pompey, backed by his father-in-law, the powerful senator Marcus Crassus, had secured a prestigious command in the eastern provinces. Caesar, meanwhile, had been assigned to the relatively minor province of Cisalpine Gaul. But Caesar's exceptional military success in Gaul changed everything. Within a few years, he had transformed a potentially thankless assignment into a triumphal procession of victories. And in doing so, he had amassed a fortune, gained a devoted army, and established himself as a hero of the Roman people. All the while, Pompey's successes in the East seemed comparatively less impressive. The stage was set for a showdown. Despite their past alliance, the relationship between Caesar and Pompey deteriorated rapidly. Each man saw the other as an obstacle to his ultimate ambitions, and neither was willing to yield. Pompey, with his deep roots in the Roman aristocracy, believed that he had the right to dominate Roman politics. Caesar, with his popular support and military clout, felt equally entitled to the top. The conflict came to a head in 49 BCE when Caesar crossed the river Rubicon with his army. This seemingly minor act was a clear violation of Roman law and an open challenge to Pompey and the Senate. According to Roman custom, it was illegal for a general to bring his army into Italy, a move that could threaten the fragile peace of the Republic. By crossing the Rubicon, Caesar was effectively declaring war on Pompey and igniting a civil war that would have profound consequences. Caesar's decision to cross the Rubicon was a pivotal moment in Roman history. It marked the end of the Roman Republic as it had been known for centuries and paved the way for the rise of the Roman Empire. It was a bold and risky move, but one that ultimately proved successful. Caesar's army, fueled by his charisma and battle-hardened experience in Gaul, was more than a match for Pompey's forces. Within a few years, Caesar had emerged victorious from the civil war, but victory came at a cost. Rome itself had been severely damaged during the conflict, and the scars of war ran deep throughout the city. Rebuilding Rome was a monumental task, but Caesar was equal to the challenge. He invested vast sums of money into infrastructure projects, repairing damaged buildings, roads, and aqueducts. But perhaps even more important was his understanding of the need to heal the divisions within Roman society. He reached out to former opponents, offering them positions of power and influence. By demonstrating magnanimity and a willingness to forgive, Caesar began the process of uniting a fractured Rome. Caesar's military and administrative achievements were undeniable, but it was his bold political moves that truly set him apart. As dictator, he held absolute power, but he used this authority in ways that both expanded and contradicted Roman traditions. One of Caesar's most enduring legacies are the reforms he introduced to streamline Roman governance and improve the lives of its citizens. He reorganized the calendar, reformed the tax system, and implemented land reforms to address inequality. But perhaps his most controversial action was his assumption of the title Dictator Perpetua, or Dictator for Life. This unprecedented move was seen by many as a breach of Roman norms. and a dangerous concentration of power. However, it was a move that reflected Caesar's belief in his own divine right to rule. He believed that he was chosen by the gods to lead Rome, and that no one else was worthy of the task. This belief, while controversial, resonated with many Romans who saw Caesar as a near-mythical figure. While Caesar's reforms and conquests were celebrated by many, they were deeply unsettling to the Roman elite, particularly the members of the Senate. For centuries, the Senate had been the cornerstone of Roman governance, a body that represented the interests of the Roman aristocracy. But Caesar's reforms and his growing popularity threatened the Senate's power and privilege. The senators viewed Caesar as disregard for tradition and his cozying up to the common folk as a dangerous affront to their authority. To them, Caesar had become a tyrant, a ruler who had strayed so far from the principles of the Republic that he was no longer one of them. In the eyes of the senators, Caesar had to be stopped. But how? The answer came on the Ides of March 40 for BCE, when a group of senators led by Gaius Cassius Longinus and Marcus Junius Brutus assassinated Caesar as he entered the Senate. The plotters believed that by removing Caesar, they were restoring the balance of power and saving the Republic from tyranny. But their actions had unintended consequences. The assassination of Caesar plunged Rome into a new round of civil wars, ultimately leading to the complete demise of the Republic and the establishment of the Roman Empire. Caesar's death is a pivotal moment in world history. It marked the end of an era, the passing of the ancient world, and the birth of the medieval. But it also raised profound questions about power, ambition, and the nature of leadership. Was Caesar a hero who elevated himself above the limitations of his birth, or a villain who sought to impose his will on others? The answer, like so much in Caesar's life, is complex and defies easy categorization. Caesar's legacy is a testament to the enduring power of his story. It has inspired countless works of art, literature, and film, and his image continues to resonate in popular culture. Whether viewed as a visionary leader or an ambitious tyrant, one thing is certain: Julius Caesar remains one of the most fascinating and influential figures in human history. His life and death continue to captivate us, reminding us of the complexities of power and the enduring allure of Rome. Thank you for watching.